So you're out camping, and as much as I enjoy watching the fire in silence or watching these amazing views, there's something I enjoy doing when I'm with my family out camping, overlanding, just out in the sticks. Here's some family-friendly games and things you can do when you're out camping with friends or loved ones. All of these items talked about today will be linked below in the description. So the first item we're going to be talking about is Monopoly. Not the board game that takes 10 hours to complete, but the Monopoly card game that actually only takes about 15 minutes to play. You won't lose any interest while playing the game itself. There's a lot of fun. The breakdown of the rules are right here, and you just play the cards. The Monopoly card game can play 2 to 5 players. So the quick start rules will be right here. There's also a deck of cards that you will hand out and play. It's very similar like the board game, but it's really quick, fun, and easy to actually play this game. My daughter, that is 6 years old currently, plays this game with us and has a lot of fun, and she can actually interact and enjoy her time while she's out there. She's been getting into board games and card games a lot lately. I got her into card games, and so we will talk about regular deck of cards. So I have the Star Wars edition. Anyone that knows me, I'm into Star Wars history and cooking for the most part. I got her into cards when we were out camping and it was raining, so there wasn't much we could do, and we played a simple game of war. She was very interested and intrigued and enjoyed being able to beat me because it's a card of chance, and we then graduated to Go Fish. Now we use Monopoly as one of the card games that we play. Then we get to Uno. Uno is a very fun game, and everybody loves yelling Uno at the end of the card game. Other great games can be board games. For instance, Candyland is my daughter's favorite game. So we not only have Candyland Unicorn Edition, we also have Candyland. There's also other board games we bring out like Trouble or anything that's very easy and you can get a bunch of people together. We also play Jenga, which is, for those who don't know, we pull blocks out of the tower and stack them on top, and whichever one falls pretty much loses. Chess and checkers is another big one. I like to play chess. I'm not good at it at all, but chess and checkers is something that you can also bring when you're camping. For more active activities, a bucket works very well for my daughter. Bringing a little shovel in a bucket, and for boys or girls, you can bring out little dump trucks or Barbies or G.I. Joes, and there's something my daughter can actually be doing to keep herself occupied while we're busy either setting up camp, breaking down camp, or cooking for our group of friends or family. Another thing that's usually ignored but should be brought are books, not only for yourself but for kids as well. And so I like to read zombie books, or as I mentioned, cookbooks, and this is the flavor matrix. So this kind of goes over what flavors pair very well with other flavors that you would normally not read. So they have these flavor charts like so, where you can get a cucumber and pretty much figure out what will actually go with that. So it's great for pairing if you're confused on that. Other things are children's books. They're great to read stories at night before they go to bed. And I would not forget a nightlight. That does wonders for them when they're in the tent, especially if you're planning on still staying out while they go to sleep. A nightlight with a stuffed animal works very well for my daughter, so that's something I would highly recommend. For more teen to adult children, some of the activities that I would recommend is cornhole would be one that's very fun to play. Truth or Drink is another one. Obviously this one's more catered to 21 and over. How we do it when we have younger kids in their teens is it's just a truth game, so no drinking, and we just play truth or truth. So every card you pull out is a truth game. Another one that's more family friendly would be That Escalated Quickly. It's very similar to the game, but you're actually putting cards together to see whose is the most funniest. And then my absolute favorite that I have not brought out yet, but I did play when I was in a cafe in Hawaii, and I actually ended up buying the game, is Exploding Kittens. You set a deck of cards, and the goal of the game is to have you be the last person surviving and making everybody explode. Basically picking up the exploding kitten out of the deck, and then they blow up. There's also imploding kittens. There's a ton of stuff. So I would highly recommend this particular one. The regular deck is the same price. This one actually has 13 different games, and so I would stick with something like this. And you can play with, it says 2 to 5 players, but I think you can play with more than 5 players from what I was looking at when we were playing. 2 other games that we play is like this icebreaker game for kids. You line them up with the hexes, and you put something on top. And what you do is you spin, and whichever one your arrow lands on, you have to hit the ones off of the ice cubes. And whichever person makes that center item, which is either a penguin or any type of Arctic animal, fall through, they automatically lose. The other one is a balancing game, where this piece is not very stable. And what happens is you keep putting on these little bunny astronauts on top, and whoever makes the whole thing fall through loses. I hope this gave you some ideas to add to your game catalog for either at home, camping, or just to kill some time. If you have any questions or anything else to add, to let me know what I could add to my camping game pile, so I can bring that out and just have a bigger variety, basically. Till next time.